Your previous installments of your music, are there any plans for additional installments? So let me give you an example. Strangeulation Volume 2.
Yes.
Are there any plans for a Volume 3?
Well, we have new artists now, so I would imagine so. We have new artists now. So we just did one called Cosm, Class of Strange Music, where we featured our artist, our new artist, with artists outside of Strange as well. You know what I mean? So Strangeulation could return because we have new artists. We haven't thought about it though.
And then there's two other series I wanted to also ask you if there's any additional installments. Don't know if you would include this as a series or not. Calm Before the Storm and The Storm.
Well,
Do you feel like that's a series in it of itself in your collection? And if so, could there be a third installment to that?
well, the only reason I did, okay, let me take it back. My first LP before Strange Music on Midwest Side Records was called The Calm Before the Storm. Decades passed. That was the calm. So I said, I'm gonna finally do the storm. After that's over, because that was the calm. Where'd the storm come in, Tech? All the way up here, we're gonna do the storm. And that's it.
And one last one here. You had Enter Fear, you had More Fear, you had Fear Exodus. Did you consider that a series of itself, and any plans for any more installments past that?
Well,
If so.
as I write my life, entering fear, entering more fear, until in your real life that you want to exit all fears. That's what I did. I was working on myself. So once I got to Fear Exodus, all my fears, all my superstitions, I cut out of my life. So after Fear Exodus came bliss. It's a whole thing. I'm blissful now. So all that is a series for real. Enter Fear, More Fear, Fear Exodus, Bliss.
And are there any other series in your catalog that, on face value, may not
Hold
be
on, hold on, hold on. I'm wrong. Enter Fear, More Fear, Fear Exodus, and when you are fearless in a world ran by fear mongers, people think that you're crazy. So I came with asinine. So after everybody thought I was crazy for kicking all my fear out, I entered bliss. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So that's a whole series right there.
Okay, so a five-parter.
Yeah, man.
But no plans for more in that series.
Nah, not after
If you will.
5816 Forest came. It took it all the way back. You know what I mean? I was up here, Class of Strange Music, after all that, then went all the way back to the beginning.
Well, when it comes to any of your other individual projects in your vast catalog, are there plans for any second installments to ones that weren't named here?
They keep on asking me about Vintage Tech, Volume 2 or something. But we've used all the vintage songs. You know what I mean? So I don't know how I can create that unless we start putting out all songs that I felt like couldn't make the albums, and we got a lot of those. You know, but it's funny because this I know is the last song on 5816 Forest, but after the Strange Music tag, usually the album's over, a song comes on called J6's. It takes place 2 years after I ran away. And I put it there just in case. I wanted to keep going and telling the N9ne story after I became N9ne, after running away, you know what I'm saying? So I won to open up for EPMD at Kemper Arena. This fell on my graduation day, so rap was meant for the Nina, you know? So the album actually ends with J6's 2 years after I ran away from 5816. Just in case, since I went all the way back, that I want to start telling the stories from there too. You know what I'm saying? I can take off from when I won the contest on through 93, signing with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, all the stories that happened with that, you know what I'm saying? And then signing with Quincy Jones in 97. I could do it. Not sure if I want to, but I set it up so just in case I want to keep going.
And my last topic for you here. Lil Wayne is a feature on this project, 5816 Force, but sidestepping with Wayne here, have you had the opportunity to listen to the Carter 6 yet?
I have not had time to listen to Carter 6. The day it came out, I sat on my couch, put my headphones on, listened to the intro that was just beautiful music, and then I heard his verse on the the second song, and I smiled, and my wife came in and like, I need you to hold the baby down for me. I got to give her amoxicillin because she was sick. I haven't got back to it yet, you know what I'm saying, because I had to leave right after that, start my promotional run, you know what I'm saying, my press run. So I will, though, but I haven't listened to the Carter 6 yet. I hear people talking crazy, but I'm an artist myself, and I understand expression, and I understand artistic expression, and I'm not looking for anything specific like everybody else.